T starts with an entrance stroke. Then we do the same shape that we did for the D, where it's an underturn, but we start at the first ascender, come all the way down to the baseline, get to a point, and then come back up, and then cross the T. Except I'm not going to drag through when I cross. I'm going to do two separate crosses so that I don't drag the ink. Following imaginary line up over a little bit. There's a T. U is one space tall. Entrance. Underturn. And then another underturn. Entrance. Underturn. Underturn. Okay, a V does not start with an entrance stroke either. A V starts with a compound curve. Some people call a compound curve the V shade, and this is why. So we'll do a compound curve. And then this little loop. And that's it. This is the same shape we've seen on the B and the O. And that was not right. Compound curve, comma dot, compound curve, exit. And you exit to the header line. So far, every letter we've made has started at the baseline and ended at the header line. Start at the baseline, end at the header line. Even these R's, starting it at the baseline, ending it at the header line for both versions, and the V. W is very similar to U. Entrance, underturn, underturn, and then this comma dot. And again, there should be space in here, like a triangle. There's W. X is a difficult letter. We're gonna not start with an entrance stroke. So far we have not started with an entrance stroke on the letters M, N, and V. And now X. So we're gonna start X with, it's gonna start like an overturn, except instead of ending with a squared bottom, we're going to curl around, and it's going to end up looking like an upside down C. So start like an overturn. So if we flip this upside down, it would look like a C. And now the next stroke is a C, except without any shading. So this is kind of difficult to do. You're making a hairline that's going down. Normally we add shade when we're going down. So that's like a C, and then we'll come back around and add a dot. Now this is one of the hardest letters for me. So we'll see how this looks. Overturn, come around with a dot, a C shape, and another dot. Luckily, X is not a very common letter. Another way you could do it that I've seen that I think is easier is a compound curve, and then you come here, through here with the cross part. Like that. Two more letters left. So for a Y, we'll go down to the second descender. And Y also does not start with an entrance stroke. We start with a compound curve again. And then a descending stem loop. Exit stroke. Compound curve. Stem loop. Exit stroke. Remembering to lift every time. And lastly, Z. So the easiest way to make the Z is to do, so kind of like this stroke we just made, an overturn, but you end at a point and kind of start to curl in, and you can also add a little loop. And then a descending stem loop, except instead of starting with a squared top, you can gradually come into the pressure, come back around, and exit stroke. So putting it all together, overturn but come around with a loop, another stem loop, exit stroke. Another way you could make a Z is by coming up and then kind of like the R or the S. Now this part doesn't really match a fundamental stroke, but sometimes I like making it like this. So this is the second part of the alphabet.